is unlike anything you've ever seen. This strategy is just so accurate. It's the strategy that got me funded and consistently paid out by FTMO, funding peeps, and also the very few people that I thought had very good success with this strategy. As such, just listen now, because the very first thing you notice is that my chart doesn't look the same as the other ones. They have two different colors, and all I care about are those green candles. These green candles are highlighting a specific time window within the charts, which market participants that move the USD pair are active, and they leave specific traces on the charts. If I start to monitor the high and the lows that are formed within that time window where the green candles are active, and I trace them, I will start to notice a very interesting pattern. So if I do, for example, this bottom and this high, as well as this high up the top here, specifically the green candles. We ignore the yellow candles completely. Let's just look at the green candles. You start to see how they will connect the same level from the past into the present. Likewise, if I was to do the same ones in here, they will connect these levels that I'm drawing now into the future. Now, you might think, is this support and resistance? This is completely different, because support and resistance doesn't work. This shows you exactly what areas work, what areas doesn't, and most importantly, will give you a clarity that you've never seen before anywhere else. So now that I've traced all my zones, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 times that the green candles specifically looked at these zones. So look at the yellow candles. They don't really care about these zones, because the zones, they were created by the green candles specifically. So what we'll do is go on the lower time frame, say the 5 minutes, and on that time frame, we'll just wait for a green candle to be on a green zone. Now, just to show you how accurate the zones in itself are, we'll just wait for a green candle to be on a green zone, give some sort of reaction, seeing like it's launching to or from that zone, and we'll get in. We won't take into account the pattern that we use. We won't take into account any of that. We'll just take into account simply a zone, if we get in a zone or not, and what we react from that. And just off the bat here, we can already see we pushed into the zone. We started in the middle, pushed into the zone here, tried to push up a couple of times, and now we have this nice candle that seems like it's trying to push us up again. This is a very clear sign for me that I'll be selling from where this candle closed down with the stop below the zones and pushing that up the top to my next zone. This is a very big trade of 5 times whatever we are risking, and we get a take profit straight into the next zone. But not only that, once we get to the next zone, we get very clear rejection. We have very clear momentum pushing from that zone. And even if we're trading like a monkey, we see the zones being rejected and we'll enter. Let's say that we even missed this initial reaction here, which is at this candle that we have here. This is still a very solid 3 times our risk trade. And we'll just wait for price to go through. Let's see what that will happen. And there we go. We have price here again. Now, we have a few rules that we do follow to make sure that we are consistent, and these are based on experience, because I've been trading this for about 2 years and being consistently paid out for about 2 years with this single strategy. And one of the main things is that we do not trade past the half of the green time window, because after the half of the green time window, we don't have enough momentum to bring us into the next zone, just as you saw in here, right? We seemed like we wanted to go back up, but we didn't have enough momentum. Now, the yellow candles come around and see how they dance around. They pierce through the zone. And this is where most people lose, because this is what they are seeing. They are seeing the charts without colors. They don't know who's doing what. So all they will do when they see this is, why is my zone not working? Why is my strategy not working? When you have clarity, you know that this is what you avoid. You won't be trading at this time. A lot of people will say, oh, but my main problem is psychology. It's fear of missing out. If you are missing out on trades and you have fear of missing out from trades, it's simply because you don't have enough opportunities in your trading strategy. Because look at this. Green candles came back to the market again. They came and pushed straight into a zone, gave a lot of momentum coming from that zone again. This is a very clear sign to buy. Monkey see, monkey do. That is it. We got into that next zone up the top. Let's see what's gonna happen. And we go straight into the zone. I can't stress this enough. And not only that, look how you just got essentially right after another opportunity in here. Now, we won't account for that. We will not take that because we, let's say, didn't see it. But even still, very clear rejection from the zone. And we are going down a fair bit in here. We have opportunities over and over. So if we miss one, it doesn't matter. We just wait for the next one. So let's just see how price goes. We're still well within the half, and there we go. Price came all the way past the zone in here, rejected a little bit. Now, there's 2 options that you could do. You could either go from this candle here to this zone here as one of the first options, or you could wait for price to potentially come back into the zone and then get another trade, which would be a better risk to reward. Now, the only thing about the second option is that it might not give you the opportunity to actually get in, but it does give you a better risk to reward. So let's say that we try to just do it from this candle here, so we don't miss out, right? You had the fear of missing out, and we go to the next zone here. Let's see what happens. Price goes and taps you in on the second position also, and then it goes straight back into the zone. And that's essentially it. That's what happens over and over and over again every single day. Now, obviously, we would only have taken one position here. Let's say that we got the worst one, which is about 2 times our risk. And look how many times this worked over and over again. Price seems to be going down. We broke straight through. We came back into the zone. We seem to then start to go down. Obviously, we had this massive candle up there. Let's see if we have any sort of indication where we might go. Price is really struggling to go down, back up there. Look, if I trace this with just simple structure, what does this look like? It looks like we are going clearly on a downtrend, right? This is that little breath up for us to go down. So this to me doesn't mean I don't want to be buying until such point that I break this area here. Very, very, very simple concepts in here. And you learn all of this because now what I'm waiting for is to have enough momentum to the downside to justify a sale, because that's the direction price is going. And as soon as I have that, I'll enter my position. And this is how simple it is. This is how accurate it is. Look at this. Look at this. This is what clarity looks like. This is what consistency looks like. If just these zones are accurate, just imagine when you have a clear set of rules that tells you exactly how to draw the zones, that tells you exactly when to get in, tells you exactly when to stay out, most importantly as well. Just imagine how unstoppable you would be in that case. And that's exactly what you have the opportunity to learn now. Now, this is a very unique opportunity because you can't learn this anywhere else. No one else teaches you this. And the very few people that I've thought got funded with this strategy as well. You have the opportunity to not only learn the strategy, how to get in and how to get out, but I'm giving very few people the limited opportunity to have 14 days of free mentorship with direct access to me. So you'll be able to actually message me, ask questions. Imagine if you could ask the ICT creator whether this setup is right, whether you're doing something wrong, and he actually mentored you. That's exactly the opportunity that you are having. Now, this will stay for a very limited time. And the only reason that I'm doing this is because I want your testimony. Because this is the start of something new, a new revolution in trading, because I truly believe that this strategy is a game changer and I want to start pushing it out, building my personal brand. So you have a very rare opportunity here to be one of the very first few, and there's a very limited number because I will be personally mentoring these people. And not only that, you also get a lifetime access to a channel where I'll be posting daily the exact same zones that I'm tracing on the chart every single day. So you can cross-check it with yours, so you can just copy the zones and use them yourself as well every single day until you learn to do it yourself. And this will not come at this price ever again, because once I have those testimonies, then I'll launch a full product and then things will be much, much different. Just on this example here, we had about 2.5, we had 4, we had 6, we had more than about 10%. This is basically a whole challenge passed just in the example that we've done. And this is with the exact same zones that were respected in the past, that were respected again and again and again. So imagine the clarity that you would have if you know how to trade exactly like this. That's exactly what I'm offering here. So go down below before you lose this opportunity forever, because once this is filled, once I feel like I have enough people to get enough testimonies, this is it. So that's your last chance. Check down below, and I hope to see you inside. I hope that we work together, and I hope to finally make it your turn, because now it's your turn to get this done. Let's do this.